Welcome back. I'm not going to say time as many times this time. Let's begin. So we're back into the corridor of the main corridor of the hospital.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, I think that's the other version of Kaufman's office.
Ah, I see.
And this is the other version of the kitchen, which doesn't actually look as bad in a lot of ways as the rest of the place. I think it's just because by comparison before it was so gleaming.
Well, I'd rather have food made in the other one.
Well, yeah.
What is that in the sink?
They're like bottles, kind of like the one you used to pick up the red stuff.
I thought it was like a meat leg, like, or something like that.
That could have been good too.
Not any particular type of meat, just generic meat, apparently.
Bullets, always useful. I think this is just another room to mess with you, as it were.
Has a habit of that.
Yes. So we didn't go down the stairs, I don't think yet, but I think Scott's sort of saving that.
He has gone back to the medicine room though, because he did miss that earlier. You could hear a slight tapping noise there.
So this is somewhere to definitely come back to. So there was an up staircase back there. I'm not sure if we're going to do anything with it.
Oh, he's doing the rest of the floor first, I believe.
I think it's weird that there's the same squeak that's on the top floor of the school for the door.
Well, like I say, I'm assuming it's sort of a security beep, so that people know the door's being opened or closed, because they're both places where you're not supposed to go if you're not working there.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that nurses are noticeably more spry than the doctors.
They especially like to do this. I don't think you ever see the doctors working in team like this.
No. I don't think in a lot of ways this room is really worth the health drink and the ampoule.
Well, to be fair, all of this riding doesn't actually harm you.
No, it doesn't.
It only hurts when they hit you with the knives.
Oh, I think that may have saved him to have that little...
Slight AI feeling?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for the health drink. And also an ampoule, which is very useful.
Was this our first ampoule?
I think it might be. It's an interesting room as well, just lots of sort of corpses in the very ink-blotty type wall.
And that repopulated.
Well, he didn't kill the people in the corridor.
Oh, my
no,
mistake.
he ran straight past them. Which is possibly for the best, because there is enough room for him to run around. And it saves the bullets. Ooh, we've got a new melee weapon, the hammer.
It's an emergency hammer, highly damaging and hard to use. Actually, I find it to be particularly effective against the doctors and nurses because it has such a useful pushback factor. However, it's not much use against anything else.
So he just has to check the storeroom, which is locked, so we can get in there later. And then that's that.
Generally, if you're careful with the gun and with ammunition, you generally don't run out anyway. Yes, I think we have a system for the order in which we do the rooms now.
Camera angles. They're not always helpful, but I think as we discussed with the school, it is sometimes a better strategy if you can manage to run into the room. But there was only one nurse, so no harm done.
We now have a lighter to add to our repertoire of inventory items.
There is something in here, but it's not a nurse.
Now the idea here is that there's a plate in the background, and we're supposed to notice that the tentacle creature is feeding on the blood, and then we throw this blood pack here to distract it, and then we can pick up the plate of Hatter.
We now have 4 plates, I think.
Yes, we have.
The turtle, cat, the queen, and the Hatter.
Exactly. Once again, all of course from Alice in Wonderland.
Yes, continue.
Or at least the Alice stories, I don't know, some might be from the sequel, not sure.
Yeah, some might be through the Looking Glass. But like with the Wizard of Oz before, it's sort of we've got a fairy tale with a young girl being transported to a different world. Oh, and we've got the actual puzzle now to use all of our little squares.
The idea here, with this clue, is that all of these lines describe different colours. And over here we have the puzzle, which is already half filled in with squares, which have the colours in the poem. And then we add the plates in the right order to solve the puzzle.
So we have yellow, blue, green and red.
So there's your white, there's your blue, there's your orange, your green, violet, yellow.
Yeah, so we want to add
that
blue,
black, I believe?
green,
and red.
yellow and red.
Now I understand the red queen, but I'm not sure the other colours of the blocks you pick up really line up to the characters.
Oh, the mock turtle one is kind of green. Turtles are kind of green.
And cats are yellow.
But yes, with the Hatter and the cat, they're both kind of, I suppose maybe cat's eyes?
No, well, I'm assuming for the cat they're going with yellow as the colour of cheese, because it's Cheshire Cat. But I'm really not sure about the Hatter.
No.
So it sort of works, but not quite.
I don't suppose you need to question it too closely anyway. Yeah. Oh, there is another nurse, but we're lucky who's sort of gotten stuck on a corner. Otherwise we would have been bombarded with 2 at the same time.
Do you bombard people with nurses?
Yes.
You have the right adjective there.
I think he wasn't sure if she was going to fall over there. And we've got a key and some unsettling music. So we can now get into one of the locked rooms, which is the basement one, but we still have the medicine one, I believe.
The medicine one?
Yeah, where we could hear the sound through the door.
Ah, yes.
There's a disinfecting alcohol. Could be useful.
And a nurse. Hiding around the table.
Yeah! It was very, like, not moving, not telling you what's going on.
Although we can still detect her with the radio. It's a bit strange not being able to see them, though.
Mm.
And we'll see more of them next time.